So in this problem, they want me to evaluate this function at f of 10I. So here's the function. I'm putting 10I in for x. So I'm going to do that here and also here. So let me rewrite this. Oops, there it goes. A little trouble with the touchscreen today. Alright, so I'm going to write it over here. This is going to equal f of 10I is going to equal 2 plus 10I over 10I plus 3. Now, I wouldn't leave it that way. I'm going to rewrite this. So the numerator is fine. That's in a plus bi form. But I'm also going to write the denominator in a plus bi form. That's going to be important because you might have trouble getting the conjugate if you don't do that. Okay, so I would make sure both the numerator and the denominator are in a plus bi form. Okay? Now I need to multiply by the complex conjugate. I'm going to put parentheses around both the numerator and the denominator, and we're going to be multiplying by the conjugate of the denominator, 3 minus 10I. You multiply both the numerator and the denominator. It's just like you're getting a common denominator with fractions. Okay, now we have to multiply things out. I usually don't rush this. I take my time and I FOIL it out. So in the numerator, 6 minus 20I plus 30I. And then I'm going to write minus 100I squared. And then I'll fix that later. Okay, we want to make sure that I have the positive times the negative being negative. 10 times 10 is 100. I times I squared. This is just to prevent me from making a mistake. Now, you may find other notation that helps you, but I just don't want to make a mistake. Okay, so then I'm going to do the denominator. I'm also going to FOIL that, 9. And then I don't have to write those middle terms because I know they're going to drop out. But if you're still, working on that idea, you can write them out. You get minus 30I plus 30I, and then it's going to be minus 100I squared. Okay, so scroll up and get a little more room. And so in the numerator now, I have 6 plus 10I. That's going to be plus 100. So remember that when you have that I squared is negative 1. So it's like minus 100 times negative 1. That's why I'm getting that positive 100 there. Okay, and then in the denominator, we're going to have 9 plus 100. So we're really close to being done here. Those, by the way, dropped out. So I have 106 plus 10I over 109. Now, I'm going to rewrite this so that it's in that a plus bi form. So I'm going to write 106 over 109 plus 10 over 109I. Now, how do I know if those fractions simplify? I don't think they're going to simplify. But, you could do a little more work on that. You'd have to see, what goes in. But I don't think we're going to have a very good chance. 109 is less than 121. And 121 is 11 squared. So if I don't have a number less than 11 that's going into 109, a prime number, then it's not going to simplify. Okay? That would also go into 106. So I find it highly unlikely that those are going to simplify. And for the other fraction, in order to simplify, it would have to go into 10 and 109. So 10 would have to be divisible by 2 and 5. So 109 would have to be divisible by either 2 or 5, and it's not. So I would just leave this way.